Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today I'm here with Xtian, or X for short. Did I say that correctly?
You got it, bro. You got it. It's Xtian Dela.
Hey man, it's great to link up with you. I saw you had some good content out there on your, like, I don't know if it's relatively new, but it's kind of a smaller YouTube channel where you're talking about print on demand. Then you inform me you have a massive YouTube channel as well, separate from there. So I want to hear your story.
I gotta give you the props, first of all. The channel is just a month old, and bro, I gotta say, Ryan, you are good. If you found me in less than 2 months, like, you know your stuff, like nothing ever misses, and that's why you're actually one of the best. I can actually consider you, if not the best YouTuber in terms of print on demand content. I gotta give you the props. Yo, I salute you, bro.
I appreciate it.
So a month in, yes, Xtian Dela, all the way from I'm in Kenya, Nairobi right now. I've been doing print on demand almost 1.5, 2 years right now. Seriously, I can say 3 years, because if I count the 1.5, the Redbubble kicked me out. I tried Redbubble, got suspended, and then I lost hope. That is after my social media. You talked about my channel. Yes, I have a very huge channel on YouTube, almost 200,000 subscribers. I have almost 500,000 people on X, that is Twitter. Instagram, I had 1 million people following me, and then Instagram banned my account. I went into depression, but I have another account, a smaller account, like 100,000 subscribers, so followers. So yeah, it's a long story short. Instagram kicked me after I'd invested, I think, more than 10 years on Instagram, growing my account. So I fell into depression. I lost hope. I lost hope. I just quit. I haven't quit. When I quit, I didn't know that my social media, my Instagram, was actually linked to all my businesses. So it hit me that if you're a social media personality, if you're an internet celebrity, kind of like if everything in your life is pegged on you being seen for you to make money, once you're not seen, that's where the problem comes in. So all my businesses started failing. Everything, I had almost 10 businesses, all of them failed. I had friends I was working with, everything went, and they went to the point that I just had a baby, a young baby, in a new relationship. It was crazy. So I fell into depression. Long story short, I found myself in print on demand. I've done the whole story on my channel, and no need to repeat it again. But I found myself in print on demand. I tried Etsy. Unfortunately, Etsy doesn't work in Kenya. I hope they watch this video and approve us. Doesn't work in Kenya. Tried merch by Amazon, got banned a few hours after signing up, and I'm like, wow, why? I tried everything. I tried Shopify, tried linking up with Chinon to sell jewelry. Unfortunately, Shopify fees is so high, and you can't really sell on Shopify if you don't have traffic, in terms of buying from Meta and Google and all that stuff. Very expensive. I tried, couldn't work. I landed in Redbubble, and I was so excited when I made my first sale. You can't forget your first sale. Come on, you can never forget your first sale. So I remember my first sale. I was actually in the washroom, and then my wife ran in and said, yo, babe, you made a sale. And then when I went to check the sale, I'd sold a sticker, less than $1. But I was so excited because it gave me hope. Like, this thing actually worked. I just needed hope that I can make money away from social media, because I'd made money on social media for 17 years before. By the time I'm like, I don't want that money anymore, because I don't want the fact that I make money and then someone can just wake up in the morning anytime and just ban me from an account. It felt wrong. So when I got on Redbubble, I was so excited. Did it almost an year or something. They banned me.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. I stopped uploading to Redbubble because I get worried that they'll just ban me for no reason. I have over 50,000 products, so I literally just stopped.
I got banned. I fell into depression. I said, okay, I'm done with print on demand. I'll never do this again. I tried doing faceless YouTube videos. I tried drop shipping. It never worked. And then I don't know. I thank the algorithm on YouTube, because it found me again. It just showed me another video. It's like, okay, you want Redbubble? Can you try Teepublic? Can you try this? And then I found myself in Teepublic. Long story short, I've been grinding. I've been putting on the grind, coming on YouTube, checking your channel. And I remember there's this video I watched. I gotta give you the props. You don't even know. You haven't told me. We've never talked, but I gotta give you the props. I was doing a lot of AI stuff on Tpublic, and then I watched a video you did about trends and evergreens, and I was like, what does this guy mean? So I started making evergreens for each and every month, and then I watched another video you're talking about. AI videos, AI designs do not sell that well. What sells actually better are the text-based designs. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I started making the text-based designs, and then I started making sales. Like, it's crazy. And the more you make sales on these platforms, the more you actually make sales. I don't even make sense. Because Tpublic, I noticed, like on my end, the more I was making sales, Tpublic was actually boosting. It was actually, I think they've bought media in different platforms like Google, like YouTube, and on TikTok. So once your product sells, they actually put it in a pool of advertising. And then you notice that your product is already, they're marketing your product because they're making so much money from you. Like, I'm only making, I think, 6%, 6.25% from Tpublic. And with a 6.25%, we've already talked almost $4,000. That means I think I've made Tpublic something $50,000, $60,000.
Yeah, they're doing all right. Yeah, I saw. Yeah. That's what made me want to reach out too, man. I know you did like a really good, like, kind of Tpublic tutorial video with tips and everything like that. And I know there's interest. Like, I've had guests on in the past, not too many, that were doing really well in Tpublic. Like, I always uploaded there, but never had big success. So I, was just interested in like letting you, share your tips with my audience. And then if they're interested, of course, I'm gonna link to your print on demand channel at the top of the description too, so they can check you out.
Okay. Tips about growing on Tpublic and making money. That's it. If I'm getting
how about tips on just signing up? Like, is signing up easy? Is there an application? Does it cost money to sell on Tpublic? All the basics.
I gotta say this. I'm in Africa. I'm in Kenya right now. If I can make money on Tpublic in Kenya, in a country where Etsy doesn't even work, merch by Amazon is just a dream that I wish would come true. Come on, Printify, Printful, all these platforms, Awkward Style, Shine On, I know them, I have tried them, but they do not work in Kenya. The market in Kenya is not really ready. If Tpublic can work in Kenya, I don't even know why it doesn't even work, whatever part of this world you're in. It can work. The only thing about Tpublic that you need to understand is Tpublic is very particular. It's a curated marketplace. It's a marketplace that you just can't get and start selling. I think they're trying to switch things around with a new theme and whatever they're trying on the website. But Tpublic, predominantly, they have to select you. You first of all have to, when you're signing up, and this is very important, I've actually done a video about this. When you're signing up, you need, even before you sign up, you need to have at least 10 designs that are good. And those designs have to be different. If there's one thing that Tpublic hates and hates with a passion, is designs that are repeated. Tpublic does not want you to iterate designs. They do not want you to offer a white design and then offer a black design, another green design, red design, yellow. No, just have one design. And I know it's very painful as designers, as creators. Like, I want it in green, I want it in red, I want it in yellow. No, do not do that on Tpublic. Just have one design that is unique, and then at least have 10 before you sign up. And then when you're signing up, make sure, of course, take your trademarks. Please take your trademarks. And Tpublic is so particular with trademark. I got almost banned because I used a hashtag that I never knew. Hashtags are trademarked on Tpublic. I never knew. Another thing, Disney, Marvel. These guys are brutal. They're brutal. Another thing, I think I got almost banned because of using a bat icon I got on Canva. Yes, not even the name Batman or just a bat, like a black bat icon on Canva. It's crazy. So make sure that your designs are very unique. Make sure you have 10 designs. Make sure that you have a social media presence linked to your Tpublic. It's very important. If it's a business, make sure that you have a social media presence. Post a few pictures, link it up on Tpublic, make sure everything is perfect. Everything needs to look professional. Everything needs to look perfect. Another thing, a lot of people come to me and ask, hey, I've done everything and I'm already signed up on Tpublic and I'm still not on the marketplace. Hey, I am not on the marketplace. I used to be on the marketplace. They kicked me out, but I'm still making sales. How? Because of my SEO, because of my title and my tags, because of Google search engine traffic, which is huge. I tell a lot of people, uploading on these platforms like Teepublic, like Redbubble, like Match by Amazon, like Etsy, how Google looks at you, it looks at you as the brand in itself. It doesn't look at you as the store. It looks as if you've uploaded something in Merch by Amazon, Google looks at you. It doesn't look at it like this is Ryan who uploaded. Nah, this is Merch by Amazon. So you're actually fighting on the Google search engine with the power and the might of Amazon, with the power of Teepublic, with the power of Redbubble, which is huge if you think about it. So you're kind of like of an agent. So if your SEO is good, imagine you're going to actually rank so high on search engine because you're ranking as Amazon, you're ranking as Teepublic, you're ranking as Redbubble, not as your store. So if you understand it like that, and that's how I started understanding, immediately I was kicked out. I really didn't lose hope. I continued uploading because I noticed I was making sales from search engine. So I don't know, I'm just blabbing a lot.
Great advice. It's great advice, man. I love that. That's how I think of it too. It's the bigger picture because it's easy to get like, and it's not a bad thing, but like, yeah, if you just think about it in terms of Teepublic, it's not wrong, but it's also not the full picture. Like you're really giving yourself a chance to rank on the #1 most trafficked website in the world, Google, and sky's the limit there.
The sky is always the limit. And if you do your titles and your tags properly, if you do your research properly, if you rank high even before some people rank high on maybe a trend that's just picking, like there's a meme that I've actually sold a lot of it just from Google traffic, and I jumped on it even before it trended. And I think I saw it on your now this is crazy. I follow up your trends of the week, your weekly trends show, and then I think I saw the meme there, and then you passed through it. I don't think you make all the designs that you actually mentioned. I think you just go through. So the viewer, I've been learning so much, and I think some of the best sellers that I have on my shop actually came from you. And I gotta say this, it's so weird, it's so crazy. I said I'm gonna tell you this. There's an episode you did, and then you're talking about one of the best sellers on your shop is actually an alphabet letter. It's a letter of the alphabet.
Yeah. That was a while back, man. That was a while back.
Yeah. I said, no way. It can't be. Yo, you know what? I tried. I think I uploaded 3 different versions of alphabets on Tpublic, and I've made a lot of sales from the alphabets, I gotta say.
Dude, no joke.
It's crazy.
I knew why it worked. Like I knew why it was working, but like you know what I didn't do that I should have done is just scaled it out. Cause it was a letter plus color combination. And like I didn't have to tag the word of who was buying it. Like they knew why they were buying it. And exactly. I could just rank on the color letter. That's all I needed to do. So yeah, dude, there's so much opportunity out there. It's crazy.
And one of the biggest lessons I also learned. Sorry. One of the biggest lessons I also learned is the fact that you really do not need to be a professional designer to make money through print on demand. If a letter can sell, sometimes I look at this softwares that we use as pro print on demand sellers, the ones we use to do our research with the t-shirts and check what's trending. And then you look at a t-shirt that's trending, you're like, why is this t-shirt trending? It is too basic. It looks like trash. And then you remember, it is not about what you feel. It's not about what you think would sell. It's about what the market actually wants. If the market wants trash, give them trash. At the end of the day, I'm sorry to say that, I'm a business person. I'm here to make money. And I learned how to differentiate my feelings and what I want and what I think would sell from what is actually selling. And that's the painful reality. And a lot of people do not make sales because you're just pumping your store with things that you think are nice. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Come on.
No, it's so true. Dude, we talked about that before we hit record. Is like, I think both of us are good about like focusing on the bottom line. Like if our goal is to make money, like you said, check your feelings at the door, give the market what it wants is like the great way of putting it.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's too many people that use like AI to just like, they're like, oh, this AI image is good, let me sell it. And it's like, is that based on like any market research at all? Like it might be a good looking image, but if nobody wants it or nobody's searching for it, you know what I mean? That's just an example, but that's been popular over the last year.
You just reminded me. One of the biggest lessons I learned about AI. So I got on Tpublic because of AI images. Funny thing, I uploaded almost 400 AI mid-journey images on Tpublic, and then that is actually what actually got me on the marketplace. Because I don't know, that time Tpublic was just improving, but all the designs were different, so they got me on. So when I got on, I got super excited, and then I just blew up all the AI images. And I remember, up to now, almost 1.5 years later on, I've sold less than 10 AI images or designs on Tpublic. AI designs do not sell. I kid you not. If you just think you can go in Mid-Journey or any AI image generator and just slap that image on a t-shirt, it will not work on Tpublic. Believe me, I have more than 2,600 designs up on Tpublic. I've tried every niche. I've tried every design. I've even tried making zombie ducks. I don't know, some weird things I've tried making. Doesn't work. So text-based designs on Tpublic and on t-shirts. At the end of the day, t-shirts are billboards. T-shirts are conversation starters. If a t-shirt cannot start a conversation, it will not sell. See, a t-shirt is something like, I came on this stream, you told me, oh, dude, that t-shirt is amazing. I know. And I wore it so that you can tell me it's amazing. The way you've worn yours and say, that's Ryan's method. I know that is his brand. That is his product he's pushing. T-shirts have to convey a message. If they do not turn heads, if they do not start a conversation, if they do not give a WTF kind of moment, come on, you're not in the t-shirt business. At the end of the day, that's one of the most painful things I also learned.
Yeah, and I was complimenting it too because I love the design style. Not, I don't want to blow up my own spot, but like, yo, if I am going to do a text-based design, I love the like duplicating it multiple times vertically. You know what I mean? You have the word creator and then you just duplicate it. And it's like, I think when people hear me say like over 50% of my annual sales are text only, like literally just text, I think they think one line of text like this, which some of them are, but most of them are more like your shirt right there, where you get a little bit creative, you still make it look nice. And then when you have text in the design, it simplifies your SEO.
It's a very painful lesson, as I said, because you see, when you start making AI images, you become a bit of kind of lazy, and it becomes so easy just pressing the buttons, and you want so many images, and then a platform like Tpublic allows you to upload, I think, 50 designs every single day. So I was hitting the limits each and every day, uploading 50 designs, not knowing that I was being flagged by Tpublic for possible spam. So come on, I gotta say this: if you want to upload on Tpublic, limit maximum at least 10 designs maximum. Do not go beyond that. You'll just get flagged. So it is so painful. And I remember, as I said, I watched your video. You're talking about you've made so much sales from text-based designs, the same way you're just saying right now. And it was hard for me to believe, and it was hard for me to shift, because I'm so used to this comfort zone of just pressing buttons and then images are just popping out. I was too lazy to do research. I was too lazy to learn how to do proper typography, how to get the elements and just design. I was too lazy. And if you're lazy, you will not make money. People think print on demand is a business that you just come lazy around, press buttons, upload things, and then you bulk upload and then you run away. It can never work. Anything in this world that makes you money, that is a job, that is work, has to It has to pain. It has to be it has to get you to a point that you feel like, I want to quit. I want to lose hope. I just want to drop dead and just run away from this thing. But you're still there. And that is the point that it actually works. And that's one of the things that print on demand taught me. So do not think you'll go with AI images. Get it from someone who's uploaded more than 1,000 AI images on Tpublic. Does not work.
Yeah, it's definitely not working for, I don't think as many people, put it that way. I think a lot of people are unsuccessful. I had a call with somebody like one-on-one, like offline, and they had 10,000 AI designs that didn't have text. And I was just like, ugh. And they were defending it. They were like, no, this is how I want to do it. And they were just stubborn, man. And, it is what it is. But I was going to say, we just met today. And like, the one thing that I can already tell is that you're a doer, and like, that is the most valuable attribute I think you could have to be successful at anything in life. If I had to guess, it's just that one thing. It's that you're willing to put in the work, and you've had more obstacles than most, you know what I mean? Like, you already went through them. And I just want to say, I respect that, that's like, a doer just means you do what it takes to get whatever it is done. That's the definition. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And the thing is, as you said, it's not easy losing an account that had 1 million followers. It's not easy losing your businesses and everything and still bouncing back. And I've gone through depression, like deep depression, and I bounced back. One of the things that kept me going, I noticed one of the best cures to depression is actually keeping your mind busy. So designs really keep me busy. I noticed I get into design and then I drop, I don't know, 3-4 hours down. I'm like, oh, time has passed. So I'm not thinking about what is stressing me. I'm actually working to solve, designing is like solving a puzzle, kind of like a puzzle. And then when you get at the finish line, you're like, wow, it's a masterpiece. So, sorry.
What do you use for design? Do you mind sharing? Like, I know there's probably someone wondering. Canva.
I use Canva. I love Canva. I find it like it's a Swiss knife for design. You can get everything there. It's affordable from where I come from. I tried Kittl. Kittl is good. It's amazing. I love the text on Kittl. It's and I don't understand why Canva does not have such a simple feature like curving. I don't know, like manipulating your text. You see how Kittl, you can actually pinch a corner and then drag it. Canva makes it so hard with apps. I don't understand. I can't even make a metallic font on Canva. I don't know if you...
I think Kittl started with fonts though. I think that was like their previous company was something to do with like fonts specifically. So I know they do that like better than anybody.
They're amazing. I've tried them. The cost is what kind of like pushed me away. And especially where I come from, I noticed I actually had made a course about Teepublic and decided just to give it up for free on my YouTube. And I think that's how you came to find me. I'd made a course about Tpublic, and I noticed a lot of Africans really do not know about print on demand. So it really was pointless to sell something that people really don't know even how to design a t-shirt in the first place. So how can I sell you a course and you don't even know how to design? So I'm starting to teach people how to design from Canva, the basics, what print on demand is, giving out all the costs. Maybe later on find a way of monetizing, or I don't know, just growing a community from that, and then I'll discover it later on. But from where I use Canva, and a lot of people in Africa use Canva because it's like $6 only, almost $7. I think Kittl was around 11, 15, thereabout, or something like that. So it's almost twice the price, you see. And you can almost get everything. It's not perfect, but we just work with it. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing is just like making it work. You know what I mean? You don't, like, some people might think like, oh, I won't be successful because I, don't want to pay twice as much for Kittl. And it's just really like, yo, you just got to make it work. Like, for real. It's like we were talking about, like, if you want to make money, just do the required steps to make money. If you're using Canva instead of Kittl, like, no problem. Also Canva's fine. It's a great option. Kittl's fine. I use Adobe Photoshop, not because it's the best, but because I've been using it for 20 years, and it's really just about that end result,
At the end of the day, it's what works for you. It's not, and I also tell my students this. I tell them, if Canva is too expensive for you, if you can't afford Kittl, you can try Photopea. You can try it with free pick elements and just free stuff on the internet. You can try that. It's a bit hard, but at the end of the day, I always say this: only you can save yourself. Only you know how hard and how bad you need this to work. And there's no one who understands you better than you. No one who can get you to a point of success. No one can get you where you want to get apart from you. So you can't whine and say, oh, I don't have cash, I don't have this. Make it work. As long as you have access to internet, there are a lot of free resources. They're not the best like some of the ones that we're using, or the expensive research tools that we're using. That comes with growth. You have to grow. You have to trust the process. You have to go through the ladder. You have to grind, blood, sweat, and tears, day in, day out. Like, you think uploading 2,600 designs on Tpublic is easy? No, but I'm sitting here because I did the work and I'm growing. At the end of the day, work with what you have, because only you know what you want, and only you want the best for yourself more than anyone else in this world. Only you.
For real, man. I always had mantras that would be in my head while I was like because I would work 2 different jobs and then work on this crap at night, after working 2 jobs. And I always had this mantra that was make it work for you. Like make it work for myself. Like, if I only have an hour, I'm still going to make that hour like count every day. And bro, I was going to tell you, like, It's just funny because talking about the uploads, like I hit before Redbubble had an upload limit, I found the daily limit. It was 400 in a day. And that was before they had the templates where you could duplicate. So
Dude,
like I literally
400 uploads in Redbubble.
Bro, I did 400 in a day. I just sat there watching. I was watching Netflix. I put on Netflix and I just uploaded all day.
How did you make all this designs?
That was because it's funny story. Like I always optimized for Amazon merch as like my number one. And I didn't even know about Redbubble. I actually, like, when I was a teacher. So I used to be a web developer, and then I taught web development at the university that I went to. And one of my students, me and him would, after class, we would always talk about print on demand. It was just funny. I don't know why, but we would always talk about print on demand, even though it was unrelated. And he was like, yo, you need to get on this platform called Redbubble. And so I was like, all right, I trust you, I'll do it. And literally, like, it was like a snowy day. We couldn't go outside. I just put on Netflix and I uploaded for like 12 hours straight.
Back to back, dude.
Hey, do whatever it takes, right?
You see, and that's why you're here. That's why you are who you are, because you put in the work. Like, you see, at the end of the day, as you said, you just have to put in the work. You just have to focus and just get the grind on. You have to do it.
It's been great sitting down with you. Like, I'm gonna drop a link to your Teepublic video, which is how I found you. So everybody can check that out, because I know there's some interest in Teepublic. Anything else you want to just leave us with for tips and anything like that?
Okay, two things. Number one, traffic. One of the mistakes I did on Teepublic was not to focus on posting my designs on Pinterest. Pinterest is not really popular as a social media platform. We don't create content on Pinterest. People really do not fancy Pinterest that much. But as a business person, if you're on print on demand, Pinterest is one place you can never ever ignore. And I ignored it for the longest time ever when it came to Teepublic. But when I joined Zazzle, I understood that Pinterest is so huge. It's so huge because I think it's the only platform that serves as a search engine for images, and it stores them. It's like a YouTube for images, if you think of it like that. Instagram is not a search engine. Pinterest is a search engine, and Pinterest actually push your links. So if your design is going to trend on Pinterest, guess what? Your sales are going to double. They're going to increase. And I've seen this in crazy numbers on Zazzle, because on Zazzle you can upload, you can share your product on Pinterest and share the link on Zazzle as a referral to your own, like you're an affiliate to your own designs. So I'm kind of like earning twice, because I noticed you're making sales from the affiliate link, and then you're making sales as a seller. It's a huge platform that grows. It's like YouTube. Pinterest gets views and it grows every time. So do not, and I repeat, do not ignore Pinterest. I ignored it. And
can I ask, do you use your thumbnails from like Teepublic or Zazzle? Just use the default thumbnail that they generate?
I make custom mockups on Canva, and I've actually have a lot of lessons doing that. So I actually teach how to do that. You can make proper custom mockups and then just post them, because at the end of the day, you see, I always tell people this: you do not have second chances for first appearance. You only have one chance, and you have to make the first chance of appearance worth it. If you want your designs to sell, you have to grab attention. The marketplace is so huge. If you're posting on Pinterest, you have to grab attention. The mockup has to be good. Teepublic has some, I'm sorry to say this, some trashy, some really disgusting mockups. I do not love the mockups. And they do not allow you to change the mockups. I don't know why. I think maybe they want something standard, like maybe Amazon or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, you have to you have to put the work. You have to grind. You have to make your own mockup and post them on Pinterest. That's how
they'll do a lot better on. Yeah. I figured I'd ask. Somebody's probably wondering, but I agree. You probably don't want to upload the white background thumbnail on Pinterest. It won't do too well.
Yeah, it won't do too well. The last point I can give is, and this I also learned from you, but really changed my life in terms of print on demand sales. Because a lot of people are wondering, how do I get constant sales? How do I make this thing work? The problem is you might be chasing too much trends. And the problem with a trend, it comes and it goes. You need an evergreen. You need to design. You need to make designs from January all the way to December. Now, here's a trick. I call them the trending evergreens. The trending evergreens are the ones that you've made your designs from January all the way to December. But this month, let's say we're in August. So during August, this just something that will trend about the niche you've already uploaded. What's trending? Maybe there's a holiday in August. So maybe there's something, maybe there's a new phrase, there's something new that is trending within that niche. So I call that the trending evergreen, because even if you design for it, next year, the other year, it will still be fresh. So that is the trick I'm using. I design for the whole year, and then each and every month, I'm just looking what is trending, but it's evergreen on the same niche that I designed. So I'm just stacking up designs, stacking up as I'm moving, stacking up.
It's kind of like, is it kind of like uploading like a taco shirt, like for people that like tacos, and then on Cinco de Mayo, you know it's going to sell extra shirts because Cinco de Mayo is like that theme?
Exactly.
Love that. Yeah, I love that idea.
And Cinco de Mayo is huge. I've made a lot of sales there. It's a huge holiday. It's a huge holiday.
Yeah, that's a great phrase though. Trending evergreens, man. That's great.
Yeah, the trending evergreens. Yeah.
Was there anything else before we leave?
Yo, I have so much on my channel.
All right, there you go. Great plug. That's a good plug, yo. So I'm gonna put your channel, top link in the description. X, man. And by the way, that's a sweet name. You were like X for short. I was like, dude, I gotta name one of my kids X now too, because I want to be like X.
That's it.
Yo,
and I'm waiting for that kid. I'm a dad. I have a kid. And I know he just recently got married, so I'm waiting for that kid, bro. I'm waiting.
Hey, when did you get married, man? I got married in May of this year.
Last year.
Nice. Congrats, man. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know when, but you know, kids are definitely going to happen at some point in the future. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
We got to teach them how to sell some t-shirts when they grow up.
Most definitely. Yo, thank you very much for hosting me. It's indeed a pleasure, man. It's indeed a pleasure. Thank you very much.
No, I appreciate it. Everybody go check out his channel. Top link in the description, and I'll see you guys later.